it's Angie from Canterbury Trails Farm. Today I'm going to show you how to make a loom knitted Easter basket that is shaped like a little rabbit head. I'm doing a mini one because I want mine to be like a little treat holder. You can do it any size you want. You just need a plastic container. You can use Cool Whip, margarine, whatever size you want. So obviously the larger the size, the more yarn, the bigger looms you're going to need. I have a little, it's just like a French onion dip kind of thing. I used the smallest loom, and I'm going to use this for both my pieces. And you see my little container fits right in there. And I'm also using my flower loom because I'm using it for the small loom in the middle. If you have a little tiny loom, that's great. This works fine for me, so that's what I'm using. You're basically going to make 2 small hats. And since I used the small 5.5 inch loom, I knitted a, let's see, you don't want a cuff. So this is the outside piece, and it was about 6 inches, 6.5 inches long. So this will be the outside part of the basket, and it will go like so. And then we'll have an inside hat, same loom, same thing, no cuff. And this one's about 5.5, 6 inches long. And I did it pink. You can do it any color you want, or you can do it white. And it's going to go inside our container like this. And before we get to putting everything together, let me tell you all the pieces. I also did a long tube on the small inside rear circle of the flower loom. And this tube measures about 14.5 to 15 inches long. This is going to be the strap for our basket. Then I have 2 ears that are white pieces, also on the interior circle of the flower loom. And these measure approximately 5 inches long. And then I did, on just 5 pegs, just did 5 pegs, I did a straight piece. And these are the interior pink. Everyone's seen bunny ears with, they have like the pink inside, you know, and then, so this is the pink part of the bunny ear that we're going to sew onto the ear. And these, so 5 pegs, it ended up being about 1 and 1.25 inches wide, and I knitted it approximately 4 inches long. If you're making a bigger size basket, obviously your dimensions are going to be larger. You're going to use a larger loom. Just fit your loom, put your container down into the loom. When it fits perfectly, that's the one you probably want to use. And you'll have to adjust the sizes of your ears and everything. You're probably going to go by sight, just what they look like. And I have a couple pink hearts. One's a little darker than the other, that's why I have 2. I'm going to use either the whole heart for the nose, or I'm going to cut it down. And then I've just got some blue yarn that I'm going to use for the eyes. So the first thing we want to do, we need to add some stuffing around my container here. Have our pieces like this. You're going to need a big-eyed needle. Your handle. Well, let me add that you want to turn your the smallest hat inside out because you want to be able to see the nice part. Alright, you can stuff your handle if you want and push it down. And you're going to put it, you can put it inside, outside, it doesn't really matter. It's going to get sewn in between the liners. So I'm going to use a few pins. Handle all put together. Okay, and now with the white yarn, I'm just going to go around and sew it closed. tie a knot like traditional fabric. I'm just going to tie the yarn together so it stays together. You'll find that the yarn is pretty forgiving and hides your stitches. But still, you want to try to be as neat as you can anyway. Just sewing right through the handle and the outside and the inside liner. You'll feel it sort of relaxing when you get it all combined too. There it becomes. Okay, for the ears, you could stuff them if you want, but I don't think I'm going to. I am going to sew the pink part. And I'm buttoning them right down to the edge. If you don't follow my videos regularly, I use this. I got it in the upholstery section at the fabric store. It's a very long, big-eyed needle, and I just find it's very sharp, and I do poke myself, but it really allows me to get in the fabric, knitted fabric, if that's the word to use, very easily. And it's slick and it's not as bulky as the plastic ones, the plastic needles that come with kits. I tend to exert too much pressure on those plastic needles, and I eventually just bust them in half. Okay, now we got the 2 ears. So I'm going to switch back to the white yarn. Point, you could either do your ears, you could do them floppy, this, you could do them down this way, or you could do them this way. I'm going to do mine this way. So where I'm going to join them is right in front of each of the handles. And I think I'm going to pin. You could put them down in between the liner if you want to when you're doing it, but I think I'm just going to do mine on the outside. With all my project videos, I'm going to assume you know how to do a hat and tube and all that. If you don't actually know how to loom knit, I do have videos on that, and the links down below. Alright, so far we have some ears and we have our handle. So I'm going to use one of the hearts for the nose, and that is super cute. Let me see. Just going to pick where I think it looks like a good place. You could glue this on too if you wanted to, but alright, he has a little nose now. And for the eyes, I just want to do a circle here. Just thinking it just needs a little bit of something right here. the mouth part. Okay, I'm going to use like a darker pink. I'm just going to do like a little, come up underneath. Let me come up. You've all seen pictures of cats, dogs, and stuff when they draw the little line down the middle and then two little things. So it's a cute little project, and I hope you enjoyed making the little the Easter bunny head basket. And you can mold his ears too if you wanted to. You don't have to be straight up and down. That was fun. Thanks for joining me today. Talk to you later. Bye.